joyous. All right. So let's see. I don't even remember what we showed the last video. Showed the roadmap. Figured out a few things. So anyway, 50 hours in. Not kidding. This game's actually pretty fun. And I'm glad I came in after a year of development because I don't think I would have had as much fun from the beginning. As I've seen with some other titles that I've recently showed. Not so good. Anyway, we're going to do a full out trees and roofs. And take a look at what we have. Having some resource issues. It is winter, so it's not quite much to look at. But I've been working on the castle walls. Building some, attempting to build some of these towers. Game's not too bad. I probably will eventually take this up like 3 tiers, 4 tiers. I'm doing a lot of experimentation with ladders. I do wish they had like spiral staircases, things like that. And I have recommended them. Not that they'll listen to me, but still. Replacing the bottom layer of wood eventually with another material, something a little stronger, like the limestone bricks. But anyway, so been looking a lot into rooms. So there's different room types. Each will tell you, like if it's a blue, it's a shared room, and it tells you what the qualifications are to get the room. And I mean, the obvious reason why you'd want the room is you get bonuses for having that type of room. Hey, Miss Pupcakes, how are you? Just doing a video on Medieval. Have you played? Or is this not your genre? Let's see. Take those off because we don't need to see them. Did find an issue, and I've seen several posts about to play some of Us Part 2. Oh, cool. All right, well, have fun. Thanks for dropping in. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, DVD is off the table right now. Does nothing but frustrate me. So I am just streaming whatever the hell I feel like. But thank you. I appreciate it. All right, winters are a little harsh, and I've definitely seen complaints about survivability with the winter. What I found is that basically if you just drop your schedule down, do less time during the winter, more leisure and more sleep time, you will avoid these settlers suffering from cold and passing out. There we go. So what else? Oh, I was talking about the troughs. So I found a little issue that a lot of players have had with troughs. And it's considered a storage container. Troughs does not fall under the field of animal husbandry. It falls under the field in the job selection of hauling. And everything that's hauled is by priority. So since this is storage, and you want them filled, you put everything at a lower priority and set these at very high, which is the highest. And you'll make sure your animals don't starve to death, which mine did. I lost half my cattle and half my sheep population learning that. So Yeah, these are my bread and butter. I've started with building survive like they're survival slash. I wouldn't call them so much survival as they are strategy simulations, micromanagement, sleeping simulators. But it's actually pretty fun. In video tonight, actually, I'm going to talk a little. We're going to do a new start, and I wanted to show the capabilities of building cellars. I've seen a lot of people asking questions, even though I found several videos on them on cellars. So we'll post this up on Steam under the game as a tutorial. Yeah, I actually play a lot of 7 Days to Die, just not lately. Yeah, the last update kind of killed it for me. But anyway, the cellar we're gonna build is this. They only have to be one layer down. And as you can notice, the temperature always stays around 32 degrees at this level. Further you go down, the colder it gets. But I found the food spoilage is almost nullable at this level. One thing you don't want to do is build any cooking or lights, and avoid things like the braziers or torches without having a double door separation, so that always maintains that temperature. So I've actually built a cooking area down here, and then a leisure area for the villagers or whatever you want to call them down here. And then this, I'm actually constructing another kitchen similar to this one. This is the upgraded limestone stove, which eventually you can unlock the packaged meals, which almost never spoil. So we haven't had a real issue with spoilage, at least for food. You can see they pretty much litter my storage area. And then I've built these shelves for things like seeds. Obviously you can check box what you want stored and where. But this is what we're going to cover. And there's two types. You can either go into the side of a cave, which I did on this one, or side of a hill, or you can build them down using a specific technique with stairwells to build them from top down, like inside a room on the top level. The latter being probably the more cool way. But I actually built that here into what looks like part of the library, but this was actually a cave, and I just sort of flattened all this out. And winter looks pretty barren in this game, so I do have a couple tree farms. I do hide them, so because obviously they block visibility on your other areas, and they sort of just get in the way. I'm glad the devs added that, so we can hide the rooftops, and we can hide the trees. As you can see, it's kind of hard to see what everyone's doing with all that on. Shut up, bro. All right. Some of the other things I've done is put resources closest to where things are being produced. Since most of my smelting and weapons crafting is going on over here, the resources for them are here. And the mining area that I'm filling it with limestone and iron is right here, but right now it's actually covered up by the snow. You can still click on the block and see what's underneath. Limestone, etc. I suppose we could probably build a cellar here. Actually, no, I ruined this area already. We have to go in from here. We can still salvage this. These two areas are unreachable right now. But we'll go underground here. I really wish they'd add ladders. I hope that's something they plan to do. Because if you dig out a block here, the next one's going to be unreachable. Which is what happened here. These can't be reached. They will always be showing up as unreachable. So I might as well just cancel that out. Until we get him to mine these out. Sound effects, is a known bug right now. There is a sound effect for mining. For whatever reason, until you get a pop-up or some other event, you're stuck with no sound effect. I'm just going to save that progress. This is the game save we're working off of. We have her. Oh, another thing I do is I put dismantling at the top. Otherwise, they'll work on it. These are in by order of production and what they work on. So I need to move that one up as well. So that way, anything that goes below, and I've actually set limitations on quality, which I hadn't done for that one. If you just want them to practice getting their skills up, they'll make the item and then they'll smelt it and break it back down for the material. I have all the carpentry stuff done, like bows, but I had not done this one yet. I'm glad I checked that. Fermentation station. We also have the alcohol. Pretty much unlocked everything in the game. And that's all under the research tab. So they're going to be adding more research. Right now, I've basically... The only thing I probably want additional is Shields 3, which gives us the tower shields. Other than that, really haven't paid much attention to it. As far as region goes, once you build the cartography table, you can start to see what people think of you. We just reached a status of 100% influence. And now either everybody's neutral or completely hostile to us, either temporarily or permanently. Like these. These are permanent. There's no hope for them. And those are bandits. We see them from time to time. I just get up in the towers with my bowers, my archers, and wipe them off the map. So... they're really predictable, and I hope that's something they work on in future updates. They always end up attacking from this gate, which I'm rebuilding that door from the last attack, but they always come here. So what do I need there? Limestone. Then that's why I've been digging this out. I ran out of limestone, and I really want to get those back up and repaired. So I need to find out. There's coal there, limestone. What we're doing is digging our way down so we can build another stairwell to go down yet another layer. So let's fast forward because I want to get to grow. I mean, you can't do much in the winter. I can't grow vegetables. It's too cold for them to stay out for very long. You just kind of have to suffer through it. Thank God it's only one season. You'll get the idle message quite a bit. As you can see, even with my lowered schedule, I'm still suffering from cold. And that's going to improve as the quality of my winter clothing includes. So here's a cold snap. These pop-ups are what I'm talking about, or what fixes sound. But it didn't. It's great for us. We didn't want sound anyway. Not important. What is that? That is an iron node. Yay. Limestone. But once I get through there, I can get to that. And I'll be able to get to that. There's all the limestone. Silver. We smelt the gold and silver and sell it. As you can see, their idea of a ice cold freeze is putting frost on my screen. Just in case I forgot. And you can see the temperature is significantly low, at minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. But pretty much if you're building a cellar, as long as you're one tier down, there's no holes to the top to expose you to the outside. You're covered by floor. And there's a door at the entrance. It's considered inside underground. And you get the nice bonus. I decided I was going to do that in this game, this version, because I actually want to I'm building another underground over here, which is going to be a mine, but I could also use it for storage. Because believe it or not, those types of resources that are stored up here also rot. So I want to move that underground as well. So instead of tunneling halfway across the map, or halfway across the castle, which isn't really a bad idea, you could actually build a whole underground network under your castle. Under here. There's multiple. This level here is this is granite. You can't dig through it. So that's how many tiers we can go down. As you can see, we're down one. And this would actually be where we're digging is going to be down two. All right, so technically now I can reach that limestone. Once I dig those two out, I can build a stairwell going downward. There we go. Doing all this at accelerated time. We want to take that one out. They don't have any order of digging, which I don't like. They also don't have any order of like queues. If you wanted to send one person out to pick up, and I'll show you when I go to get hay, they harvest it. There's piles of it everywhere. If you queue them to prioritize them to go pick up one, they pick up one. Even though you might click on 10 with the same person, they only can memorize one at a time. That's something else that would be nice. There's no way to highlight the whole pile or multiple piles and right click. As you can see now, they have limestone and bricks made. I can hear them. And we've got somebody unconscious. And they'll carry him to a bed. I mean, the winters are brutal. I can see why some of the youth players are complaining. But it's just cutting down their hours. And we're in a cold snap, so that's to be expected. So I'm not going to adjust. Those are the jobs. You can see how I broke priorities out. Made sure that there's at least 2 people on every skill or trait. I set everyone to at least a 1 or a 2 on 10 wounds, and convalescent when they're injured. I got them all at priority 1, and I have everyone on Hall as priority 1 as well. Steward is just relighting campfires and refueling them, so that's pretty shared. I've got that shared throughout the whole group. That way everything stays lit. Torches and fires. I even have candles here, which actually, I believe, take gold. If you're interested in building nice candlelight. And that's the cartography table I was talking about that gives you, unlocks the region map. Trophies, I'm not sure what's going on with that because there's no place to actually mount a trophy. I don't know if that's in fully or not. These are shield racks, but I haven't really found under furniture a trophy mount, nor under the miscellaneous. There's only banner. So I'm thinking that's probably not in the game yet. There's no real way to place it. So I think they half implemented that in the beginning, or I just missing something. But I haven't been able to find any documentation to say otherwise. I'll put a timestamp when winter's over if you're wanting to skip forward, if you're watching the recorded version. To when I start working on this cellar. And when it's not winter. Right now they're finishing building out that. I'm glad because if we get attacked, I want to make sure that I have sufficient coverage. I do want that door finished. I think I can right click a person. Lucy is my construction worker, and I can prioritize construction. But right now we still need smelted iron. And the smelter is going, but iron is going to other things that are taking more priority. God, how long is this cold snap gonna last? I like the little icicles coming off of the buildings. Alright, we'll go ahead and queue this guy up to mine this area back here. Let's see what I need to do a stairwell. Just to get an idea of what I gotta knock out. Yeah, half of my people are going to be unconscious at this rate. Looks like one more tile. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and knock that one out. We can build the stairs down and start working on the next level down. And the idea here is you can actually use these reinforcement beams and build a floor over top of this. Put your door in there at the bottom of the stairs, and you've got a cellar. Without having to build in the side of a hill. So that's where we're going with this. Another day has passed. I always keep an eye on these troughs because I'm paranoid after losing half of my livestock. Because now I'm stuck with 2 male sheep. I don't think they're going to be producing any baby sheep. We get plenty of chickens and goats. And luckily, we do have a female and a male cow. We're good there. But the sheep, we need the wool. I did set the difficulty on this on hard. And I did a mountain region for the map. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and tell him to... I thought I did. Oh, yeah, I did. All right, let's go back down to that layer just so we can have a better view. As they're all eating breakfast and doing their leisure time. Here comes Gun. We'll dig that out. We should be able to plop down a stairwell. Dude, get back here. Alright. I can hit pause. Build that stairwell. We need to go one more. That's fine. Oh, wait. No, I took it. There we go. So somebody will come and build the stairs for us, and we can start working on the next layer down. And I can put flooring in up here and cover all this up. Let's go ahead and put in a mining. I'm gonna dig that one out too. There they go again. So the couple key takeaways here, trough set to high, make sure that everyone is hauling to keep your troughs full, and set your stockpiles to high, and then the troughs are at very high. That'll ensure all your livestock are fed. Now we can bust out this layer, and then we just do... Wait a minute, get the wrong one. I don't want that there. I'm gonna go down. Too late. Oh, that is the right layer. Never mind. It's nighttime. Gotta wait that again. One more tip too on growing. I have 2 cabbage fields going. One of them I set to ripe, which yields 6 cabbage per square and 1 seed. The other one I use is I have another field that goes to seed, which yields 2 cabbage and 10 seed. That way you always have a good supply of seeds in case you get what they call blight. I don't know if they have that on the easy mode, but it actually will wipe out your crops. It's pretty vicious because what I found is even though blight's happening, your settlers are still planting seed where the blight is infected. If it's still going, it'll spread to the new crops, and you can actually burn through hundreds of seeds before it stops. So you want to make sure when that happens, you turn harvesting and planting off by setting the prioritization all down to 5 or nothing in the under jobs where it says planting. Just hit the space bar when you get the blight alert, set everything under grow, just to blanks. That way they stop planting seeds, and then let them harvest out the blighted, whatever they can recover from the blight infected crop. So we're getting towards the end of winter into spring. As you can see, I can always tell by the temperatures. So they will start planting crops again. Usually it's like 1 day before spring and winter. It's also good to grow your own trees. That way you can control the cutting and you don't have to have them going halfway across the map to find trees. It just makes manufacturing much quicker. Of course, you have to get a good supply of seeds to get there. As you can see, I've got plenty of birch, maple. Still need to go harvest some pine. And there's my cabbage. It's a 109. That's actually a little low. I'd like that to be a little higher. I did have blight. All right, now we're going to put a doorway in here to start our cellar. Just going to place that right here. Thank you, Lucy. And we'll drop down a layer so that we can see behind it, and we can start working in our cellar area. And in this case, we won't even need a roof. Looks like, okay, there's the limestone I want. All right, great. We got another cow. That's another thing I do. Periodically check the animals. Under domestic, they may show up here as not in a pen. You want to tame them. That way you can capture them. Or check in wildlife. Obviously, I'm looking for sheep here. And I don't see any, so... Nope. Sometimes it'll alert you, sometimes it doesn't. And we could actually put a door... Uh-oh. Why are my animals hungry? Do I not have hay? 72 hay. I have to check and see which trough. Oh. Because nobody has gone and got somebody domesticated. They tamed a cow, but they didn't go get it. That'll go away as soon as it's not nighttime anymore. That's fine. I thought one of my troughs was empty. You can also make fodder. It's a lot less use of hay, but right now I don't have vegetables because most of it was committed to these food packages. But I do have it at the top with a 231. That should be 230. The one thing about fodder or animal feed is that it does spoil rather quickly in the troughs. So somebody should go get that cow now. And see, he's down there mining. Once we get in there and he gets finished, I'll show you that this will now show indoors. And the messages you get are when you hover over, you can see on the left-hand side that it's outside. So if I go down to where they've mined already, now you'll see it is inside room, under roof. And there's that 34 degrees inside. Which is exactly what we want. Another nice thing, I don't know if you've looked, but you can hold the control key down and scroll through your levels as well. A little quicker. Hopefully we get spring here and I can start slowing the game down and doing some construction. Must have missed that one. That's medium. Be high. We are running out of hay. And we're not producing any fodder because we have no vegetables. Wintertime sucks. And as you can see, there's none to harvest. These are considered fruits. Used for brewing. Could harvest them anyway. Go ahead and harvest that out. If I can find mushrooms, those also work. As you can see, it decomposes really fast. They will pick up carcasses. There it goes. For meat. Really don't butcher any of my animals during the winter. Looks like our cow died, which is okay. We do have a male and a female. Crafting short swords. I had long swords in there. Oh, I do. I want to move that production up. I take that one out. And that one out. I just deleted long swords. I did. It's okay. We'll just use great axes. Although I like long swords because they can still wield a shield. And 5 and 5, good. And we'll push those down now because we have plenty. And they will auto-equip those since they are better once they're made from the weapons racks. So that's my update for this. I'm going to export this as a video for Steam under the game. Appreciate the watch. If you like, I don't do much on YouTube. Unfortunately, Steam doesn't support VODs. Wish they did. But we'll export those according to their end user agreement. But thanks for checking out the game. If you like this title, again, it's Go Medieval. You might want to check it out. The devs are very active. It's been in development now on Steam for over a year, which is a pretty good sign. It's not going to end up abandonware. And they did sell quite a few copies. It's still selling pretty high. So thanks for watching. If you like the video or find it helpful, definitely give it a thumbs up. Comments are always welcome. And thanks a lot. Take care.